welcome to today's Mood News. Our story for today? Another case of Sonic versus Mario. For any of you guys who are out of the loop, Sonic Team and SEGA recently announced, well actually they did back at the Game Awards with a teaser, but they officially announced in the latest PlayStation Direct, whatever the hell it's called. I don't watch those, guys. Look at me. Do I look like someone who plays a PlayStation or owns a PlayStation? No. I care about Ratchet and Clank though. I like Ratchet and Clank. Anyways, in that presentation, we got an official reveal of Sonic Racing Team. No, it's not Team. It's Sonic Racing No, it's not Sonic Racing All-Stars. Wait, I'm gonna figure it out. I don't need to write it down. It's Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It was written down and I just glanced over. I did figure it out in the end. But yeah, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And it looks like everything I want out of a Sonic Racing game. I absolutely adored Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed on the Wii U. That was like my favorite game when I was 12 or 13 or whenever that game came out. I think it was like one of the earliest games to come to Wii U. And it held over a lot of people until the new Mario Kart game came out. And honestly, I think it did a few things better than Mario Kart 8, in my personal opinion. And I'm sure we'll have something similar in terms of a relationship between this new Mario Kart on Switch 2 and Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Because Sonic Racing Crossworlds, guys, looks to be the best of every single world. I was gonna say best of both worlds. It's the best of Crossworlds because it appears like they're bringing in mechanics not only from Sonic and SEGA All-Stars Racing Transformed. Christ, that's a mouthful. Not only from Sonic Team Racing, which they did a couple years ago, I think in 2019, which I didn't bother playing because it didn't really interest me that much. But what's very important that they're taking from is, personally, my favorite Sonic sub-series, Sonic Riders, because Jet the Hawk is here on Extreme Gears. He's on the hoverboard, guys. He looks so bloody cool. I was just going to do a video just raving about Jet the Hawk being back because although he's annoying, although he has this annoying-ass voice, he is brilliant. I love Jet. Jet is like the coolest character, in my opinion. And we haven't really got a new Sonic Riders game in so bloody long, and I guess this means we're not, so maybe it's kind of a bittersweet moment, but I don't care. I'm just excited to see that Jet's here and that you can ride on hoverboards again, because it's like they're combining or taking elements from Sonic Riders and chucking it in a Sonic Racing game. But I don't feel like there's any reason to market this as like a Sonic Race. I would have just gone with a Sonic Riders. I would have called it Sonic Riders Crossworld, maybe. Or maybe, maybe Sonic Racing makes more sense for a marketing strategy. And speaking of Jet, the character roster on this game looks absolutely bonkers. I'll just go through them right now. So who we've seen already and been 100% confirmed is obviously Sonic, Eggman, Shadow, Knuckles, Amy, Tails, Metal Sonic, Sage from Sonic Frontiers, which is a really interesting and cool choice. I love her little beast Bitmobile, whatever it has teeth at the front. Vector, the best chaotic, of course. Jet, the legend. Silver the Hedgehog, Omega, Big the Cat, Cream the Rabbit, along with Cheese, of course, and Zaz. Who the fuck's playing as Zaz in this game? Mate, anyone, if you're gonna main Zaz, okay, I don't trust you. I don't think you're real, okay? Like, who, out of all the Deadly Six, right, could have at least been Zavik, but actually, here's where it gets interesting, guys, because we have several unconfirmed characters which may be appearing in this roster. So going from characters confirmed to characters yet to be confirmed, but we've seen hints of them, like they're in the background on like some big banners and stuff in certain scenes. We have Rouge, Blaze, Zavuk, as I mentioned, Espio, Egg Porn, which is an interesting choice. I think they were cut from Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games, which is interesting. Charmy the Bloody Bee, Storm the Albatross, and Wave the Swallow. So it's not just Jet we're getting, guys. We're getting Storm and Wave. We're getting the entire Babylon Rogues, which is, it's so exciting. I might not really express it that much, but I am a huge bloody Sonic fan. I'm currently working on a video, like a fully animated main channel video about the Sonic movies currently, but I'm just a huge, I'm not just a big old Nintendo head. I love Sonic as well, so it kind of pains me that I feel like this game might end up very similar to other examples of Nintendo and Sega rivaling each other with their Sonic and Mario releases respectively. Because if you take a small little time machine back to 2023, not that long ago, you could see that we had Sonic Superstars getting announced, a new 2D Sonic game, and at the same time, we had Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And I think they only released about a week apart or something, or during the same month. And you think about that, they're like, oh, great, I get a new Sonic game and a new Mario game. That's brilliant. But when you think about the majority of people who are purchasing video games, no one, unless you're an enthusiast, will go out and buy both of these games at the same time, right? Like, I didn't buy Sonic Superstars, and I'm a huge Sonic fan. So think about that for parents buying video games for their kids, or maybe someone who only has a certain amount of money to spend on video games, and with video games getting incrementally more expensive due to inflation and everything else, might not be able to get both the Sonic game and the Mario game. And I think we're going to get something possibly similar with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and the new Mario Kart, unless one of them is free to play. And there's potential that the new Mario game is free to play. It could be a pack-in title, or maybe it comes with Nintendo Switch Online, but I doubt Nintendo would ever do that. I doubt they would litter their game with microtransactions. Could that happen with the new Sonic Racing game? I don't think so. I think Crossworlds looks to be a full-fledged $60 or maybe even $70 title that could get a bunch of DLC down the line with microtransactions. We just put microtransactions in it anyway. Oh my god, guys. I could rave on about how Sega loves chucking in like the Ultimate Deluxe Edition versus the Deluxe Edition versus the Ultimate Edition. And then they're just like, it's so annoying. I know they did it with Origins, with Sonic Origins collection. I know they did like some weird pack-in things, and it's similar with like every Sonic game where it's like, I bet if you pre-order this game, you'll get a free character. You probably get like Hatsune Miku if you only pre-order the game in time or something. But just because both these games are coming out and competing against each other, it doesn't mean that one seems to be doing more than the other. It seems like both of these are growing the idea of racing games in quite interesting ways. Obviously, we discussed Sonic bringing in a bunch of different ideas from previous racing titles, but along with that, they also have this crazy cool mechanic with the world map, what am I saying? With the laps on the track, where the second lap of every track will take you to another random cross-world track, and these are from across the series, similar to like the main tracks, but there's like one which takes you to a location from Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is bloody crazy and cool. There's another one which takes you to the harbor from Sonic Adventure 2. Apologies, I can't remember the name. I'm only playing through Sonic Adventure 2 for the first time over Christmas, so I'm kind of confused with all the names for it. I can't really remember, but it's like, not Rico Harbor, that's from Mario Sunshine, but the harbor level from that. There's a bunch, I could go through a bunch of examples. And of course, on the other side, we have Mario going with the 24 character racing, which is insane. And along with that, we also have the crazy new open world sort of, or pseudo open world maps for that. I keep saying maps. It just looks like that huge canyon map. We don't know what's really going on there. There's a lot of mystery with the new Mario game, and I'm sure we'll get more info about it on April 2nd when the Nintendo Direct for Switch 2 finally gets shown off. And maybe I'll be streaming that if you guys are interested. Should I stream the Direct? Should I do that over here? Let me know what you think. But if I'm being honest with myself, obviously I'm gonna love both of these games if I played them. But right now, if I was in a position where I didn't talk about video games for a living, and even in a position where I only talk about video games for a living, I'm still unsure on if I'm gonna play or buy Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It looks great, it looks super fun, but with the Mario Kart game coming out, I might already get my racing feel just from that. And obviously I'm gonna prioritize that because I've been waiting for a new Mario Kart game for over 10 bloody years. So I'm very, very, very excited and almost guaranteed to play that game as soon as it releases. But on the other side, I might only get Sonic Racing if it's on sale. Even though I'm a huge fan of the Riders games, I just have that feeling in the back of my head. And I'm nervous that it's because of this game lining up at the same time as the new Mario Kart. If this game came out last year, I might be even more inclined to buy it. Or if it came out like maybe a year from now, I'd be more inclined to buy it. And it's unfortunate timing. Maybe I'll still get it, but yeah, maybe if it's only on sale or something, or I'll just watch gameplay of it. At the same time, I felt that about Sonic X Shadow Generations, and then I splurged and I got it whilst it was on sale, like a month after, which was crazy, and then I absolutely loved it. So it's like, even with Sonic games being more consistently high quality versus like, you know, the chance of it being like, oh, is the Sonic game going to be great or is it going to be bad? And having issues like that, I'm still not really inclined to go out of my way to buy it day one. And again, I'm a huge bloody Sonic fan. I went to go see Sonic 3 the day it released. So it's going to be an interesting year to see how these games pan out. But I'm just referring back to when Sonic Superstars released, and Sega said that the game did not turn over as much profit as they were expecting it are definitely underperformed in their eyes. And hopefully that doesn't happen with this. This seems to be a way higher budget Sonic game. It seems like they're giving everything to the fans. And you know what? If I keep seeing more of it, maybe I'll be even more inclined to buy it. But I'm just thinking, like, again, from a perspective of someone who doesn't play video games for a living, who, you know, plays it in their free time here and there, how inclined are they to get Sonic Crossworlds versus getting the new Mario Kart? I feel like everyone's going to get the new Mario Kart if they get the new Switch, of course. So maybe that's the case. Maybe for people who aren't planning on getting a new Nintendo Switch 2 right away and want to get a fix for like a racing game, that's where Sonic could be. But I have a suspicious feeling that this will be on Nintendo Switch 2. Will it be on Nintendo Switch 1? If it is, that would be a fantastic opportunity for them to get the sales for people who aren't getting the Switch 2 right away. But also, you know, it's interesting. I'm curious. If anyone knows if the game is coming out on Switch 2 or Switch 1, I'd be very curious. I think it's going to be coming out on Switch 1. Switch 1. Switch 1. I can't bloody speak today. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited to play this game? Are you going to be picking up Mario Kart 10 or Mario Kart Switch 2? Or are you going to be picking up Sonic Racing Crossworlds? Or are you going to be picking up both? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in more news from this week, check out my video about the new Switch 2 patent. You can check that out right here.